I removed my brother's name from the business our dad built, forged a signature, moved the accounts, changed the locks all in one weekend while he was out of town. And I told myself it was business. It wasn't. Okay, so my name is Dana, and the person about to start yelling is my brother Marcus. We ran our dad's landscaping company together after he passed, or we were supposed to. The thing is, I was doing 90% of the work and getting 50% of everything. That's not a partnership. That's charity with a shared bank account.
Charity, she's calling it charity. I was grieving Dana, our dad died. I took 3 months, and you used that to gut the whole thing.
3 months where I kept 47 active clients, paid 6 employees, dealt with 2 equipment breakdowns, and filed quarterly taxes alone. You weren't grieving, Marcus. You were in Cabo.
I was in Cabo for 8 days. 8, don't make it sound like I moved there.
And then you came back and told me the business model was outdated, that we needed to pivot, that you had a vision. Marcus, your vision was to rename the company and hire a brand consultant, with money we didn't have. So yeah, I started looking at what it would take to restructure, just looking.
Tell them about the lawyer, go ahead, tell them.
I talked to a lawyer, yes, about what a buyout would look like. That's a normal thing to explore.
While telling me everything was fine, I have the text messages, Dana, June 14th you sent me, and I'm quoting, "Don't stress, we're solid, let's grab dinner Friday." Same day you signed papers removing me as co-owner, same day.
Okay, that looks bad. I know how that looks, but the dinner invite was real. I was going to tell you at dinner.
After you'd already filed it, after it was done, you were going to tell me over pasta that I no longer owned half of Dad's company. That was your plan.
I panicked, okay? I thought if I told you before it was finalized, you'd lawyer up and freeze everything and the whole company would stall out in probate limbo for a year while the clients walked. And I wasn't wrong about that, was I? Because that's exactly what you did anyway.
Because you forged my signature on the restructuring agreement. What was I supposed to do? Send flowers?
I didn't, I initialed on your behalf. There's a difference. You had given me power of attorney after Dad died, Marcus. That document was still active.
For medical decisions for the estate, not to sign away my half of the business we inherited together. You know that. The lawyer you hired knew that. That's why they flagged it, Danny. That's why there's a dispute on file right now.
There is a dispute on file. That's true. And I'm not going to pretend that doesn't stress me out every single day. But can we talk about what you brought to this company in the last year? The vendor contract you let expire. The crew lead you fired because you, quote, got a weird vibe. The 3 weeks you went completely dark and I had to tell clients you were traveling for a family emergency, which technically wasn't even a lie.
Do not pivot to my performance review right now. We are talking about what you did.
I'm talking about why I did it. There's a difference. And yeah, maybe I should have come to you first. Maybe I should have said, Marcus, I need to have a real conversation about where this is going. Maybe I owed you that. I know I owed you that. But I also know that every time I tried to have that conversation, you made it about Dad, about legacy, about how I was being cold or corporate or whatever the word of the week was. And I got tired of being the bad guy for wanting the business to survive.
So instead you just made yourself the only guy, literally, removed me from every account, changed the password on the scheduling system. I found out I didn't own anything anymore because our accountant called me to confirm my forwarding address. My forwarding address, Dana.
That wasn't supposed to happen. The accountant wasn't supposed to contact you directly. That was a miscommunication on their end. I was going to call you that same afternoon.
You keep saying that I was going to, I was about to. At what point does I was going to tell him just mean I wasn't going to tell him?
I don't have a great answer for that. I really don't. I told myself it was clean, that I'd built the offer fair. I had a valuation done, Marcus. I was going to buy you out at market rate. That's not nothing. Most people just take. I was trying to make it right.
You were trying to make it clean. There's a difference. You didn't want to fight, so you just removed the thing that could fight back, me. And now you want credit for having a valuation done.
I also kept all 6 employees on payroll through the dispute, which I did not have to do. A lot of those guys have been with Dad since before we were even in high school. You think that's nothing? You think I don't know what this is?
What is it, Dana? Tell me what it is.
I don't know. It's complicated. It's me being scared and running out of patience and doing something I can't fully walk back. And it's also the only way I knew how to stop the thing from falling apart. Both of those things are true, and I can't figure out which one's the real one.
You know what's funny? I probably would have sold you my half if you just asked. If you'd sat down with me like a person and said, Marcus, I want to run this solo, here's what I can offer, I might have said, yeah. I was exhausted too, but you didn't ask. You just decided I didn't get a choice.
I didn't think you'd say yes.
Yeah, I know, that's the part you should sit with.
What would you have done? Tell me in the comments. Someone you know needs to hear this, send it. And we've got a new confession dropping soon. Don't miss it.